Alright, ladies and gents, ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome to new Event Day Hype, Arena and Chill with OP Masteries. I did want to put Suicide Masteries, man, in the title, but I had to change it to OP Masteries. Putting the word suicide anywhere on YouTube after, January and Logan Paul earlier this year, it's a little bit like, you don't want your channel to be terminated, so we just went with OP Masteries in the title instead of Suicide Masteries, just for anybody that might be curious on that one. But I hope you're all doing well today, lads. We've got a pretty exciting week, I believe, in store for Marvel Contest of Champions and Marvel, generally speaking. I think we got the new Avengers trailer, either rumored to come Wednesday, or some people are saying Saturday now. And I think the new trailer for the Avengers project, a brand new Marvel game, is set to debut for what is going to be about 4:30 a.m. on Friday. So that's going to be kind of Thursday evening, Friday morning for the most people, and hopefully it's an actual gameplay trailer this time, and hopefully it's going to be a crazy good game and not another fairly shit one. So let's have a little bit of hope, a little bit of optimism for that. But we have so many people in chat today. Hope you're all doing well. Got to give a shout out some of the first. We got Lala, Salam, Sudhan, England Gaming. There we go. Matthias, Qwerty, Abdullah, Lucky, Unknown, Jan, Joseph, Emmanuel, Lionel. Thank you so much, damn. The chat has filled up like crazy. Timothy Rosa, Jeff Morgan. Hope you're doing well today, boys. Right, let's get grinding some arena. And if you missed the first video this morning, basically it's a video reminding you that mastery respecs are free, ladies and gentlemen, so it doesn't cost any units to I keep on repeating myself and stuttering this morning. I'm not really too sure why, man. A little bit rusty off after my pretty much day off yesterday. But there we go. Mastery setups are free to respec, ladies and gentlemen, and they don't cost any units to press the reset button or put points in some of the ones that costed units before. So you've got a week to take advantage of all that fun stuff and switch to the Suicide Masteries whenever you need to grind arena. Hey, Seatin, I took your advice and took my 5-star Starkanaut Spider-Man up to rank 4. Best decision ever. Bro, maxing out the Starky is going to be the best decision you ever make. But congratulations, my friend. Very, very nice work. Starkanaut Spider-Man is still way too OP, man. He is such a good character. But I've got a pretty fun video up. So I was playing about with Guillotine this morning, and I managed to get Realm of Legends Captain Marvel down in, she dies at 99 hits. So I thought it was pretty cool, man, and we got a very, very, very big special free on the 6-star Guillotine today. So that video is going to be coming up right after the live stream today. But yeah, man, it was certainly a bit of a fun time there. Curious to know if we can shut down Darkhawk's abilities with Armor Break. That was data mined, but with the MCOC mod video, there is no mention of it. Interesting one. Yeah, I actually haven't had a lot of time to look at that MCOC mod video in detail, so I'm very interested to see if that's going to work. We'll go in with the assumption that it will, and figure it out. I can be the testing dummy at the start of every single month. So we'll find out live a little bit later today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I saw the crystal opening. I couldn't catch it live yesterday, but I caught it on demand, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But secretly, ladies and gentlemen, it was kind of the opening the entire community was waiting for. Like, I felt bad for Cal, man. I felt bad for that crystal opening, but you're lying to yourself if the community didn't want to see finally a crystal opening where he couldn't pay his way to win. Because it's very disheartening sometimes when the man is just slapping down like 1,000 after 1,000 after 1,000, man. He's just tanking through those crystals. So I think it was, in many ways, not the crystal opening he wanted, but the crystal opening that the Marvel Contest of Champions community needed. So yeah, absolutely brutal. And just the daily reminder, man, that this game is definitely classified as pay to probably not win. Because you can pay as much as you want, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to win the absolute best champions in the game. Have I been testing a change of masteries? So I'm currently running the suicide masteries just to make arena a little bit easier. Kabam needs to get rid of bad champs in the featured crystals. I would very much like to... Well, the featured crystals, they are a bit of... They're set up to be a very high-risk, high-reward gamble, but I don't like them adding in kind of new, you know, characters like Hulkbuster that haven't been updated in about 4 years to those crystals. I think that's a little bit unfair, but there was just a lot of mid-tier stuff in Cow's opening the other night. Just an insane amount of mid-tier stuff, and also Emma Frost, man. But Emma Frost was the only real banger, and his 5-star roster is definitely a bit stronger than that. He said he's doing another big opening in 83 days. I mean, you can't keep that man down, can you? I imagine he's probably going to go for the basic pool when Aegon is added in there, or is there something a little bit different going to be happening? Right, let's quickly go ahead and jump to the bottom of the roster. Oh, did I not? Okay, let's put that filter back on. Let's go for Yellow Jacket. Let's get him Red Skull as well. And Guillotine, why not? I'm really excited for the Night Thrasher synergy with Guillotine, actually. I think that's going to be very, very interesting with... and maybe open up a little bit more potential for the character. Yo, what is up, Rhodes Scholar Comics? Sending good vibes from Paris. Bro, you take care of yourself in Paris, mate. Dude, I've seen some crazy stuff from Paris in, like, the last week or so. Come on over to hang out, just the short train right away. Bro, I would, man. I would, but I'm like, scared to death of some of the stuff that I saw last Saturday, man. Because, what is it? The Arc de Triomphe and loads of other places and cars got absolutely trashed. They've got that Yellow Jacket protest. I don't know if the protests or riots have stopped, but I heard they've been going on for the last 3 weeks, but kind of gradually ramping up from what I can see every single week. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me, but then I don't really understand, you know, anything about French politics, so I don't really have much of a valid input to weigh in. Could I explain the Luke Cage side of Luke Cage, the champion synergy? So if you dash back, it's not going to work at all. So yeah, the Luke Cage champion synergy is designed entirely with the playstyle that it's like balls to the walls stun locking, and that you're never dashing back, and that you're just constantly gambling on the special one for a stun, and just keep on gambling for that. And it, you know, gives you the increased chance to apply the stun, increased chance to apply exhaustion, but also Luke Cage has that fail-safe of being able to tank special freeze in certain matchups, so it's a bit of a different play style, but it's one that, you know, a synergy that could be really, really valuable for Luke Cage in kind of the right scenario when you do want to go balls to the walls. I was thinking of doing a video on it at some point in the near future, so yeah, maybe, man. No worries, the French just love to complain. Fair enough, man. They, you know, they do have a lot of protests and demonstrations, but certainly if you are still planning on coming to London in January, man, let me know the dates, man. I want to know the dates just so I can make sure I'm available then, because January tends to be a little bit of a busy month for my birthday, but I want to make sure, you know, we come up to London and see you, grab a few drinks, have a bit of a catch-up, because, you know, it's been far too long now. Mate, you sound like you're from the south of England. Am I right? You're bang on the money, my friend. Congratulations. Got an ear for the accents, I see. Who's the MVP for Variant? Last month? Oh, well, we don't know this month because it's not out yet, but last month was Archangel, I would say. 3-star Dark Hawk Cutoff Estimate. Anything over 1 and a bit million is generally the cutoff for a new 3-star champion, but it's Night Thrasher next, and then we've got Darkhawk in a couple of weeks' time as well. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, the new event quest goes live in 2 hours and 57 minutes. I will be in London early January for the whole month. Oh man, those are a lot of dates. Would there be if you could send me via WhatsApp? I think you still want my WhatsApp, right? Road Scholar, just send me some good dates that it would be ideal for me to come up to London, see ya, and grab some drinks, and yeah, we'll sort it out, man. We'll have a little bit of a chat over there, Because, dude, I'm definitely keen on coming to the Opera again and seeing yourself and having a bit of a catch-up, mate. We had such a fun time last time. Right, let's go for Magneto, a bit of Sentry as well. Would I rank a 4-star Gambit higher than rank 3 or rank 4 just for variant? I just don't really think he needs it, to be honest. You could do, but it's those resources, you know, that if you take him from rank 3 to rank 4, then it's just going to, like, save you, like, a couple of minutes overall. So, and Gambit doesn't really have that many uses outside of the first chapter of variant. So yeah, it's one of those things you could do to make it a little bit quicker, but it's not really going to help too much, and it's totally not necessary because you don't need, you know, you don't need the damage. It's just kind of infinite stun lock, but it's nice to have damage though, definitely. Right, that was maybe a little bit ambitious there, but he goes down. Perfect. What I think about the class selector disc offers, oh, which ones are those? Are those the ones where you like do the daily quest and you can pick which tier 2 catalyst you like, or something like that? But I do need some more skill, actually, man. I might have to. I forgot to. I think it was skill day yesterday, man. And I forgot to farm because we do not have the skill currently for Night Thrasher. So that is a little bit annoying, even if we do pull a variant. So I might just spend some units to get one of those selectors if they are active like that. Right, let's go. Got a 5-star Hulkbuster a minute ago. Is he even worth rank 2? Not really. There was something just interesting about Hulkbuster that was data mined like pre-Infinity War event, so just around the time of the Corvus and Proxima release, there was like a data mined a very early stuff for a Hulkbuster buff, but then like nothing came of it at all, so I was a little bit confused. But hopefully with the Infinity War sequel, like that's quite a good time movie-wise for them to buff and market a Hulkbuster buff to, like, you know, sell like a 5-star crystals like they did with the Venom and Carnage one. Well, it was 4-star crystals with a chance at a 5-star. But yeah, maybe around the release of the Infinity War sequel, man, we might see a Hulkbuster buff. Maybe there's a little silver ray of hope there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. They do have a lot more class developers working on Marvel Contest of Champions now in comparison to previous years, so anything is possible. What I think about PewDiePie versus T-Series, I mean, it's very entertaining to spectate. I can certainly vouch for that. I'm enjoying all of the memes and stuff, so I quite like, you know, the competition. I think the T-Series finally overtake PewDiePie. Like, I'm a little bit out of the picture in the last few days, man. Because me and the girlfriend, we've been out Christmas shopping yesterday. Kind of sorting everything out, mate. You know, it gets awfully busy this time of year. But now we've got the next 2 days just to sit in my parents' garden and play Marvel Contest of Champions. So that's a great time in terms of the schedule. But yeah, I really hope there's going to be a big Hulkbuster buff next year. I think either Hulkbuster or Colossus is probably going to get voted the worst champion of 2018, because the worst champion of 2016 was Spider-Gwen, and then she got buffed. And then the worst champion of 2017 was Luke Cage, man, and he got buffed. Granted, he got a much better buff than Spider-Gwen. And yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully we'll see a good buff to Hulkbuster next year, and that'd be a really good time. I think Nick Fury might be released related to the Captain Marvel movie. Maybe. It's well within the realm of possibility. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I think Korath the Pursuer is also in Captain Marvel, so maybe. Because I know he was a character in Marvel Strike Force. I took my Doc Ock for the Champion Clash to rank 4, but hopefully I'll get a lot more use out of the guy. Good decision. It's not a bad decision, man. Doc Ock can be very, very useful in the right scenario. So yeah, I really like my 6-star version, man. He was very, very good for the second chapter of Variant as well. So if it's a 5-star one, yeah, could have quite a bit of longevity there. Right, let's get Carnage in the mix as well and go for Spider-Man. Wish they did a gold boost. There might be a gold boost with the Summoner Appreciation. Usually there is, so keep a very close eye out for that one, because that is likely to be active in the next week or so. See, I pulled a 5-star Massacre from Act 5 initial run. What are my current thoughts on him? I think Massacre's a very fun champion to play, and he's pretty good. Has a lot of potential, but you need to play, like, really, really well and very, very aggressively. So he's a little bit tricky to play, but I think he has some very high reward when you can play him very, very well. So I like Massacre, man, and if you look at the 5-star Massacre gameplay that we did shortly after we pulled the champion and pulled the character on his first release in Act 5, I think you can really see some good potential in the character. So yeah, I think there's some cool stuff you can do, and I think if you get a 6-star Massacre now, it's one of the best pulls unawakened. Like, definitely kind of top 10, top 15. Probably not in that top 5, but still, like, much, much better than a lot of the other characters unawakened. Hey, Seatin duped Captain America Infinity War. Oh, man, I need to pay a little bit of attention here. Sorry, mate. Just realized I'm down, like, 75% health in these couple of hits. Oh, my goodness. Right. To recover this one on Spider-Man. Can't look at the chat just yet, boys. Right, special 2, there we go. Phew, we made it, man. Duke Captain America Infinity War or Domino, who should I put my generic signature stones into? I'll definitely cap Infinity War out of those 2 characters. Much, much more useful for the 6 stones. So yeah, I'd definitely go for that. With your roster, would I rank down a maxed 5-star champion to get another one up? I don't really have, like, anyone that I want to rank down to rank another one up at the moment, Stanley. So maybe if I had certain characters and a lack of resources, but at the moment, you know, I'm very close to, like, 4 tier 5 basics, so it's not really much of a struggle for me to rank down one of my maxed out characters, but I'm not really too sure who I'd want to rank down if we do get ranked down tickets this year. Gonna have a little bit of a think about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We might not even get them anyway. So I'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. Blade or Archangel, rank 4, both unawakened. Definitely Blade out of the 2, I would say. Unawakened. But also depends if it's a 4-star or 5-star champion. What do I think of Cal's Crystal opening? I can imagine for him, it must be pretty gutting, mate. Pretty gutting, but I think for everybody watching, it was the opening that the community needed. But definitely not the opening that Crystal Opening Whale wanted. But Kabam Mike definitely took his AK-47 to Cal's drop rates yesterday. Got my Mastery cores back. Should I max out parry now or use them somewhere else? You definitely still want to have parry maxed out, man. Parry is very, very essential to make sure you've got maxed out still. So yeah, you want to put them right back in parry. That's pretty much it. Right, there we go. Is Carnage useful unawakened? He's still got some really, really good damage unawakened. But ideally to ramp up his damage quite a bit more, like the power gain is really, really useful. So yeah, he's still quite good unawakened, but he just benefits very significantly from his awakened ability. Oh no! Right, mistakes were made. Oh, am I gonna get wrecked? Okay, we're not fully wrecked yet. Love to awaken my 5-star Taskmaster, man. Just not that great unawakened. What's up, Seatin? Would I rank 4 duped or unduped Voodoo? I have 3 paths left on Act 5 to complete, not explore, and just completed Road to the Labyrinth of Legends. Wow, you're really close there, Chad. I don't know. I wouldn't say that either of those characters are going to be too useful for Act 5 exploration or completion, if I'm honest. So yeah, maybe Voodoo when awakened, but Duped Hood, I don't know. I don't feel like he's going to be doing too much. Depends also if it's a 4-star or 5-star champion. So yeah, I don't know. None of those characters are really popping out at me as good options for you in your current stage of progression, my friend. Right, let's get Angela, Storm, and Archangel, and then we'll go for some rank 3 characters, and then we'll go for the top ones. Hey Seatin, how am I doing this evening? I'm looking forward to your new Event Quest stream later. Dude, I am as well, man. I always love the first day of the month. It's always quite fun to rush through Uncollected, see the new characters in action. Like Night Thrasher looks so good, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing a very... you know, the standard Night Thrasher featured crystal opening, but Night Thrasher looks insane, man. I think he looks, like, if the values are right with him, and the playstyle isn't too annoying, that he could be just one of the most fun, versatile characters to play in the game, and is going to have some very interesting damage output. So yeah, I'd love to get a 5-star version of the character, because then we could maybe look at awakening him. And take him up to rank 5 as well. That'd be also quite fun. I think Night Thrasher, actually thinking about it, is also going to be a bit of a pain on certain nodes for Alliance War defense. Just because he shrugs off all debuffs when he is knocked down. So, you know, that is a pretty power... You know, thinking about that mechanic more and more, that's actually really, really powerful. Because it means that, like, debuff... characters like Void, for example, or ones that have very heavy stuff on bleeds, are just gonna be a very annoying matchup. So yeah, I don't know. I guess Corvus is still the Alliance War god, but maybe on a path where Corvus couldn't ramp up his charges. I don't know. Starknight Spider-Man actually should still do really, really well against the majority of Night Thrashers, I would assume. But maybe be a little bit annoying, because, you know, he'd be shrugging off those taunts and shock damage from the special too. So I don't know, might be able to do some cool stuff. We're going to have to see what's up. Do I have an ultimate team for Variant in your videos, trying to piece together to plan rank ups? There's not really like an ultimate team for Variant, if I'm honest with you, BMAC. There are a lot of like characters that work really well for like certain chapters, certain nodes and certain bosses. So a lot of the really high value champions for Variant, still a lot of the god tier champions in terms of the tier list. So it's a bit of a difficult one to say exactly. But if you look at the completion guides, they should be able to give you an idea of, you know, what you're facing, so you can identify what you have at the moment and the potential gaps of utility that you are still missing in your roster. So I don't know, my friend, that might be fairly useful to yourself. But yeah, definitely check out all the chapter completion guides there. Yo, what is up, Wes Jacobson? Dude, thanks for the Variant videos. I just finished 100% and took Aegon up to rank 5. Oh my goodness. You're having an absolute great time. I did a Realm of Legends speedrun, and he did Hulk in 42 hits without suicides or the champion synergy. Mate, that is just too crazy there. Massive congratulations on... what is it? Getting to Variant 100%, man. I know a lot of people are struggling with it as well. I think there was that. We also, what was it? Sloppy Stew, who was another YouTuber. I believe he used to be an Omni. He rage quit Variant, man. He got so mad in the final chapter that he smashed his iPad. He did a video on it as well. But Variant has certainly frustrated a few people. But it is bloody hard as well. There are some very, very annoying fights, especially if you're not prepared for them. Let's be honest, you won't get Night Thrasher. Well, certainly not with that attitude, my friend. But we might do. Who knows? Oh, I really like the little interaction with Suicide Masteries and Killmonger, actually. That we instantly got the power from having the debuffs there. That was very, very cool. But Wes, huge congratulations, and let's get you up there as our blubberiest whale of the day. Right, where's Jacobson? We got that $10 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I just did 20k on my 565 Stark Spidey with a heavy attack. Bro, his heavy attacks hit really, really hard. They are so sick for so much content. What's that? Is willpower worth anything if not for running the Suicide Masteries? I don't like willpower, like, just on its own. I just think it's a little bit useless in about 95% of matchups. So yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of it, and also to get it, you need to spend a lot more defensive points that really just aren't worth spending. So I think it's just a lot of points to waste for just something that's very, very minimal in the majority of matchups. But I don't know, it has some okay occasional uses. It's just not really all that great anymore, just at least in my personal opinion. But hey, some people like it, and if you like it, then fair play, man. Fair play. Right, let's go for Sentinel, Mephisto, and let's put MODOK in as well. How long do I think the variant quest will be around? The variant quest is permanent content, dude. It is in the game forever. So you have till the end of the Marvel Contest of Champions servers to finish off completion. Can I make a Mastery setup video? So my Mastery setup, like my standard one, is still the same as it was 6 months ago. So yeah, just check out Seatin's Mastery setup 2018, and that's kind of my general one. At the moment I'm running Suicide Masteries, which I very, very rarely run. But if you want kind of the best, well, what I consider my best and most effective all-around one, or the one that I like the most, then yeah, just check that out. A link to that is in the guides playlist on the channel. Or if you check out the last video on the channel, I also pinned it right to the top of the comments. Can Archangel be used on the champion in the Champions Clash? He can, but he's not really that effective. He can work if you get him down very, very fast, but he's still going to regenerate, and I don't think Archangel's Neurotoxin can block that regeneration there. So you are better off just bringing a champion that can nullify, just for ease, because I've seen even people with like 5-star Archangels be a little bit stuck on the final champion. So yeah, just for safety, man, make sure you bring a Mystic Champion that can nullify. Then you can have a much, much better time. Also, if you haven't done the Champions Clash, make that your focus of the upcoming week instead of the event that's going to be here for the next 5 weeks as well. Hey, Seatin, I think I was thinking of taking a 440 Awakened Gladiator Hulk with strong boost to deal with the Starburst node, since I can't max him out. Would that even things out? It would certainly help. I mean, it's going to obviously be a little bit cheaper and more effective for you if you can wait until you can 550 the Gladiator Hulk, but that's also going to work if you want to sort that one out. I love Willpower lol, saved me a ton of potions in Variant because of Fatigue, Power Lock 1 and some other weird debuffs. Took Hype with Ghost Rider and healed from 30 to 80%. I found, at least in Variant, like, the majority of my deaths weren't really like health pool related. They were mainly like, you know, you mess up once and get hit related. But I can see, you know, in certain nodes and certain fights, like how Willpower was alright for some of them. But again, I think like overall it's just a little bit too circumstantial. But each to their own, man. Each to their own. Again, I do think there are certain fights where there is a justification for Willpower being good. I just think generally speaking those fights are so rare that, at least for me, it doesn't really warrant investing like an additional 6 points to get a very small bit of regeneration. Ah, the Archangel does stop his Unstoppable. Interesting. If usually if the Unstoppable is removed, though, doesn't that block his regeneration as well? Doesn't it prevent it from triggering? Like, I don't know exactly, just because I didn't run the risk of taking Archangel against the champion in the Champions Challenge. I'm a little bit curious to know. Because usually when you nullify the Unstoppable on a Mystic, then it, with a Mystic, then it stops the regeneration. Did I see the cutscenes leak? It looked very, very cool, OPM. Otrix sent me all of the cutscenes via, what is it, Twitter inbox just before he posted that video. So yeah, I'm interested to see. I couldn't say from the cutscenes, it kind of seemed like Fantastic Four confirmed there. But we are going to find out in January, I would assume. Right, let's see if we can bait the special too. I guess not. Oh no! I thought we could get in the interval there. No, just about. I really hate fighting the AI in Arena when it's building up the streak, man. It's it's well annoying. Yo, what is up, Rip93 Thank you very much for the super chat, man. Hey mate, have a beer on me or don't. It's your money now. Do with it what you please. Bro, definitely, like, you know, a good amount of money, especially over Christmas, is definitely going to go into the alcohol fund. So I certainly appreciate you buying me a couple of drinks, man. You know, I tend to drink because I'm a little bit of a cheap fuck at Weatherspoons. So Weatherspoons, mate, we can get a few drinks for that $5. We can make it go a little bit further. And I think I just cocked that matchup up. Yeah, I'm probably dead from this, I would assume. Oh, not quite. Come on, let's go. Oh, mate, that was too jammy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was just a dirty, dirty recovery. Oh, mate. What a great time, boys. What a great time. John, this fucking turtle AI in the early rounds of Arena is a huge pain in the ass. Bro, I could not agree more, man. I think this is like one of the things that honestly turns me off from Arena the most, is like trying to build up the streak. It sucks to fight, man. It just sucks to fight. Oh, right, okay. Well, after that last matchup, man, we need to start playing a little bit better if I don't want to get my ass handed to me. But let's bring in Dr. Octopus, Medusa, and who do we want to go for as well? Wasp, maybe? Actually, let's get in Karnak. Why not, for the synergy there, boys? Yo, Patrick, thank you very much for the the super chat. Shut up and take my money. You know, I can't really argue with that, my friend. Thank you very much, sir, for all of the super chats, man. You've been slavering me with them recently. Right, let's get you up there as our blubberiest whale of the day with, so that's 10 euros, which I believe roughly converts, I think it's about 13 US dollars. Right, thank you very much, sir. Certainly appreciate it. I've just got a bit of a more well-rounded suicide mastery setup at the moment, Hector, because I was testing some stuff out this morning. I got a 99 KO guillotine kill on Realm of Legends Captain Marvel, which I was really happy with my my 6-star rank 1 guillotine. So yeah, that's coming up soon, man. We got a mega special free, bro. The special free is it made me quite excited. So gonna be coming up right after this live stream as well, man. Putting that 6-star guillotine to work. See a man of hacks and butt clenching fights. You know it, man. That's pretty much it. What's my favorite food? I like burgers quite a lot, as Joey will tell you. When when I first stayed in California with Joey, I just wanted to go to like In-N-Out Burger like every single day. Just In-N-Out Burger in California is so good though, man. It's absolutely crazy. But I really like burger. I like a lot of meat, man. I like good pizza as well. Just all sorts really. Like a good curry, like a good Chinese. Just all the typical rubbish. Man, I got a 5-star Rhino and I'm pissed off because of it. Yeah, Rhino certainly isn't the best champion out there anymore. But I don't know, man. Maybe we might see him buffed. Maybe he's going to have a good synergy with Mysterio next year when, you know, some of the new characters come with the new Spider-Man movie. So who knows, man? There might be some good stuff for the Spider-Man villains next year. Maybe a Rhino buff around the time of Spider-Man. That'd be a pretty good time to do it. Like, I'd love to see a massive Rhino rework. That'd be great. Because he got, like, a little bit of a buff back in the day when his Unstoppable became unblockable. Well, it has a chance to. But I'd like to see more stuff done to Rhino, man. That'd be really cool. And they did add him in as a 6-star now, right? Oh, gosh. Certainly not the best, but who knows? There could be. Have I ever been to Italy? Not in a very, very long time, my friend. So, yeah, I can't say I remember a huge amount about it, if I'm perfectly honest. But Italy is a beautiful country, to the best of my memory. Can I live stream the new event? Of course, mate. We're going to be live streaming the new event in 2.5 hours when it is available. Hey, Seatin, just completed Act 5. Congratulations, Chin. Great moves, man. Great moves. Got a few people that have been pushing out the progression ever since Cyber Monday as well. Mysterio just when the game wasn't complicated enough. Well, we're going to have to see what Mysterio ends up being like, man. But I'm excited for Mysterio. Maybe there's going to be another suited Spider-Man coming from the new movie as well. Most Wanted Champion, like, the Most Wanted Champion for me is like a massive version of Sandman. So I want just an absolutely, like, Sentinel-sized version of Sandman who can do all sorts of crazy cool stuff. But that is not going to be coming for a very, very long time, I would assume. Right, we should have probably just thrown a special one. There we go, boys. But yeah, I'm quite interested to see what they will do with Mysterio as well, because I think there's like a lot of cool stuff that you could do with Mysterio. And, you know, especially this year, some of the effects have just got a bit fancier and fancier. So pushing into next year, I hope they go very ambitious with Mysterio. And maybe we might get an Infinity War version of Thanos next year. How likely do I think it is that Fantastic Four will be added next year? I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. I honestly could not even begin to guess the likelihood. Maybe from what Otrix has data mined, I don't know. It might be more of a possibility. But they have been denying Fantastic Four for quite a while. So Fantastic Four might still be on hold until they eventually make an appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh, we got the Hobbit Raid in here. What's up, Hobbit Raiders? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for coming from the Hobbit Hole to today's stream. Mysterio has a lot of potential. He certainly does there, man. What am I doing? Grinding Arena. So, we got Suicide Masteries on today, Grumpy. So I was like, you know, we better make the use of... This is probably the time of year where Arena is the least pain in the ass, and we can grind with Suicide Masteries on. And also, I think, like, next week or the week after, we're going to have the Summoner Anniversary event. So opening up those Arena Crystals is going to give even more gold. So I thought, you know, might as well do it now. Might as well get it done. But Grumpy, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Certainly do appreciate it. Absolute mad love to you. And Steejo, mate, I have not seen you in a minute. Dude, I hope you're doing well, man. And all is well up in Scotland with Susie. No one excited for new Captain Marvel. The final scene in the new Captain Marvel trailer looks pretty damn good. But I'm more excited for the new Avengers, man. The new Avengers, the new Spider-Man. I think I heard, like, the MCU, like, rumor pages are going crazy this week, man. I think, is it Friday that the Spider-Man trailer is rumored? The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. And then I think it's Saturday now that the new Avengers trailer is rumored. But I don't know, some sources are saying Wednesday, some sources are saying Saturday. But what have the MCU nerds in chat learned, guys? When are we expecting to see the trailers? What is the current up-to-date information? If we could please confirm in chat, what has everybody heard through this elusive grapevine that nobody seems to know? But to be honest, I think the new Avengers trailer has pretty much been predicted for every day for the past 2 weeks by some sort of source or some sort of person. So we're going to have to see. But the Captain Marvel one from some sources was accurate. Oh, yeah, dude, no, it's going so well. I'm glad to hear that all has gone well with the move, man. Very, very happy for the both of you. But, yeah, great times, man. Oh, damn, right, then it's time to grind. You know it, mate, you know it. Gotta make sure you're ready to take advantage of that bonus gold. Try and simmer some of that salt down. And hopefully the gold realms are also gonna... Well, the gold realms are confirmed in the patch notes to be coming back at some point. But hopefully they've been buffed up. That'd be really nice to see as well. Oh, Captain America Infinity War with Suicide Zom. It's going to be quite interesting. I want to play him a little bit more. Maybe do some videos on. I forgot about this character with Suicide Masteries. Don't know if you can also, like, shrug off the poison if you get... What's the synergy with a class where you shrug off? Totally forgot it, man. For Avengers, trailer was coming out today. Yeah, that's what some people are saying. Avengers 4 trailer tomorrow. Maybe at some point in the next week if we're lucky. It's pretty much the standard theory at this point. Friday Avengers, Saturday Spidey at Brazil Comic Con, potentially there. Brazil Comic Con is definitely one of the larger ones, right? Right, so Chad is saying Avengers was to be out today, but due to Bush's funeral, they moved it to tomorrow. I believe Marvel proper announced this, so that's definitely one of the things going around. Chad certainly appreciate that, mate. Right. Who should I rank up for defense? Electro Abomination, both unduped. I wouldn't rank either of those up for defense, man. Definitely just focus on your offense roster. Because, like, neither of those characters are going to be doing a huge amount, man. In all honesty, and they're going to get benched very, very quickly. So, yeah, just don't worry about Alliance War Defense. That's my advice for the majority of progressing players, is just completely ignore Alliance War Defense and chuck all your resources into making the best and most diverse offense that you can. Oh, it's the skill. Yeah, it's the skill class that you can shrug off for cap. No, certainly do appreciate that, lads. So, yeah, I don't know. We might try that a little bit later on the live stream. You can shrug off... Oh, okay, but you aren't charged at the start of the fight, so can't shrug off suicides, I'd say. Okay, so you haven't tested it yourself. Right. You might be right on that one, though. I just want to see if it's possible at all. But I'm sure maybe there have been some people that have like tested it and played around with Cap Infinity War with suicides. Right. Oh man, I got the heating on. I'm really feeling it now. Let me just quickly flip it off and then we'll continue. Right, sorted, boys. Luke Cage or Red Hulk to 4-star max out. I go Luke Cage out of those two. The best defense is having the best offense. Can't tell shit if you died 0 times all season. That's pretty much it, man. But you do as well just want to build the best, especially if you're around the mid-tier in the game. The goal is to rinse all the content so you can get all the best rewards and maximize the amount of crystals that you can open. So you just gotta build a really, really good offense, man, so you can get all the stuff done, because that's definitely one of the mistakes I see people making kind of around the mid-tier progression, is like focusing on building Alliance War defense when it's just going to get replaced in a couple of months and be a little bit redundant and not really score any kills. So, yeah, build the offense, boys. That's pretty much it. Those skinny jeans, mate. Oh, you know, I love a good pair of skinny jeans. Very, very flattering. Yo, Seatin Heroica Master Monthly Event Quest. I really need upgraded rewards. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. That's actually something I was thinking about talking about soon on a video. Because I think there also needs to be more ways to get tier 3 class catalysts. I think they're like a resource that's really been forgotten about. So that's a little bit dire, man. Because my free-to-play account, man, I need so much tier 3, but I've got like no good way of farming it. And I barely want to do those solo events. So yeah, I don't know. Does anybody else really struggle with tier 3? I'm kind of feeling it a little bit on the main account as well, to a certain extent. Does Luke Cage wear skinny jeans? Luke Cage is a man of greatness, and he has to wear regular size jeans because skinny ones are too confined to contain all of his greatness. I'd love to see a video of you listing champions that have been buffed last couple of months and your top buff champions' thoughts. I mean, the only champions that have really been, I guess. There's, like, champions that have been buffed via synergies as well, but the only ones that have been directly buffed are really Carnage and Venom, and those ones are both banging, and the kind of tier list does reflect a lot of, my thoughts on champion buffs and new synergies that come in to enhance certain characters. But, yeah, there's certain, like, full-year recaps that I've got planned to do in the next few weeks as well. So keep an eye out for those. So I've got something like fairly similar along the lines of Along the lines of what you're looking for, but instead of the last couple of months, more of a year-wide spectrum. You have to do a lot of map 2 to get tier 3 class. Yeah, but at the same time, man, like my main account alliance, even on the main account, man, I'm struggling a little bit for tier 3 in certain scenarios, and we're just not running map 2. Oh man, a lot of people feeling the struggle of the tier 3 class catalyst. I think most resources are at a fairly fair level, apart from tier 3 class catalyst. I still think gold is a bit of a pain, but I think gold has been mitigated by a lot of people, because when you start duplicating all your 4-star champions, you're getting like floods of ISO. I think the proposed solution from Kabam now is just, oh, like sell half your ISO. So maybe there's a little bit of a counter-argument on that one, but I think tier 3 class catalyst is still just a crazy, crazy resource to get. Should be much more available, man. They need to add them in some of the monthly event quest rewards. Are my expectations high for the gifting event? My expectations for anything Kabam related are never high, my friend. That is the biggest mistake that you can ever have playing Marvel Contest of Champions, is have high expectations, because then those expectations are going to be immediately thrown back in your face. So that's the #1 rule of MCOC: have very, very low expectations, and then every day is an alright day. So that's the best way to approach the game. Are you aware that there is a daily short quest every day? Oh yeah, but they're rubbish, Keith. They're absolutely rubbish. They don't give T3. They give like very small stacks of fragments for tier 3. They're very, very disappointing, and just such a huge energy dump as well. So those need to be buffed in terms of the rewards. But you know, you need, what is it, tier 3 for 4 and 5-star champions, man. You need them for a lot of characters. And in big quantities as well. Any idea what Domino will go for in Arena Round 2? Anything over 4.2 million is what you want to go for if you're graded Domino. You might go for a little bit less, man, but you want to make sure you're at least 4.2 million, because that was the first one. Doug says, sorry, low expectations are reserved for my dating life. Wow, Doug. You know, you're a very handsome man, Doug, and obviously an incredibly talented Marvel Contest of Champions player. Any woman would be lucky to have you, or man, depending on whatever your preference is. So, you know, don't beat yourself down too much, because I guarantee you that your crystal openings in the next 12 months will do that. So, you know, you don't need to knock yourself down as well. Great way to manage it, Keith. Great way to manage it. We need an uncollected version of the Greatest Solo Crystal. I would like to see the Solo Crystals be updated. That'd be pretty nice. But also, I don't know how I feel about, you know, like the offer that came out yesterday that's like really gimped if you don't have uncollected. Like, I don't know how I feel about those offers, man. It's just like a little bit like, is there, you know, that it's like the glass half empty. There are kind of two ways to view the offer. It's like, oh, if you don't have uncollected, you're getting less rewards. Or if it's like, you've got uncollected and you're getting more rewards. What's the way to view it, man? There are two different ways. So yeah, I kind of view it as the way of like, oh, if you know, you don't have uncollected, you're just getting a bit more of a rubbish offer. But the one that is currently active at the moment is quite good. I'm going to buy that one if you've got uncollected. Like, I actually quite like that offer if you're at the uncollected level. But if you're not, then it's just like, I don't know. Don't know how I feel about it, boys. I don't know how I feel about it. Should I rank 5 my 4-star Infinity War Iron Man or Domino? I'd probably go for Domino out of those two. Miles, which one to upgrade? Definitely Luke Cage, man. Thank you very much, Kaiser. Certainly appreciate it. What's that? Seeing some of the new YouTubers are not humble at all and act like they're better than the rest of the MCOC community. You're not like that, and for that I thank you. I don't really know too many YouTubers that I would overly perceive as like big for their boots. I think the majority, in their defense, I mean, it depends exactly who you're talking about, but I think, at least I can't really think of anybody that's like a little bit too big for their boots, in my opinion. I think, you know, a lot of the grinders, a lot of the streamers are very, very nice, man. I really enjoy them. But I can maybe think of a couple of people that you might be loosely referring to. But the majority of people that make MCOC videos, man, I think we've got a really good community on YouTube. So, some top lads. I like hanging around in a lot of the Marvel Contest of Champions live streams. Adding more champions to Beyond God tier is like renaming Demigod tier to God tier. Shh, don't give away my secrets, man. Don't give away my secrets. But, you know, it's all, like, people were... I got a few comments being like, Seatin, you just made up the Beyond God tier rank for champions. And I was like, mate, like, 2.5 years ago, I made up the God tier champion rank. Like, everybody seems to forget that, like, it's all just made up. It just doesn't really mean anything. It's just, you know, a way for me to, like, roughly explain on a comparative spectrum how I value certain champions at the moment. It's all meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. They're just adjectives, words, to roughly describe my thoughts on how champions compare to each other. So it's all just a made-up spectrum, man. It's pretty much it. I'm waiting for the God Killer bracket. Oh, who knows, man? 2019, it's coming. It's coming. Is parry level 1 good enough? You want 3 out of 3 in parry still, my dude. Is ranking up 5-star Luke Cage uncheat worth it? Definitely, man. Have a look at the Luke Cage MVP free-to-play highlights on the stream. Oh, I didn't come up with the term whale. Whale is a very commonly used term in gambling and free-to-play gaming. What's that? I heard you aren't a fan of taking 5-star Archangel to rank 4. Why is that? I just don't believe that he needs to be rank 4 for anything, unless you want to take him into the Labyrinth of Legends. Like, my personal belief is that Archangel does everything that he kind of needs to for the majority of content at kind of 5-star, rank 3, or maxed out 4-star level. So I think the tier 2 alphas are better allocated in certain places, unless there is, you know, something very specific that you want to bring him into in Labyrinth. But aside from that, like, you can take him up if you want, man. I just think for the majority of people, like, a 4-star Archangel, if we're looking at, like, Act 5 or variant, maxed out 4-star Archangel, it does the job. Yo, what is up, Martin? Thank you very much for the super chat, sir. Certainly do appreciate it. Right, let me just quickly get this Deadpool X-Force down, and let's check it out. Thanks for answering my video request question. Love your videos, help me out tremendously. Keep up the great work. Best of luck, a new fans from Slovakia. Thank you very much, Martin. Certainly do appreciate it, mate. And that super chat does make you our blubberiest whale of the day, with an equivalent to... what I believe is approximately a $17 US super chat. So absolute mad love to you, my friends. Certainly do appreciate the support. And yeah, hopefully it should be out in the next month or so. What's that? Sweden took her to rank 5 and he's God tier, so Khan should be God tier now. It all makes sense, really. But yeah, you've just got to remember that the tier list, at the end of the day, is based on my opinion. And if you want, you can not care about my opinion. Like, it can be completely irrelevant to you. It's your personal choice whether you choose to care about my opinion. But, you know, I'm alright at this game. Might be useful. Some people find my opinion useful, but it doesn't mean you have to. You know? Very welcome to have your own one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped am I for this month? I'm very interested to see what is going to happen this month, Shabab. Like, I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. So I'm going to say, like, I'm at 8 or 9 right now. Like, if it had, like, Act 6 in, I could be at 10. But unfortunately, it doesn't. That's going to wait till next year. So 8 or 9 for now, I would say. James, thank you very much for the kind words, my friend. Certainly appreciate it. Why Hawkeye? I really like Hawkeye, man. He's really, really cool. Like, he's been very useful for certain stuff on the free-to-play account for early progression. And now that we didn't get Gambit, we're going to have to use Hawkeye to get through the first chapter of Variants, so that's going to be very, very fun. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. Legends Run, is it possible to make with a 5-star maxed out Medusa without Suicide Masteries? Well, I'm going to give you the analogy that I give everybody on a Legends Run, Adam. If you're doing it with without Suicide Masteries, then you are running a race with a dodgy knee. You're running it with minus 60% attack, so you're at a disadvantage running that race. So are people going to run that race faster? Maybe. But I wouldn't even think about attempting a Legends Run unless you had everything that you needed for it. So you could do it with a Medusa if you had Suicide Masteries, full boost, the latest iPhone as well, but without the latest iPhone, without boost, without Suicide Masteries, I wouldn't bother. I think it's probably going to be a waste of your time in that scenario. Because you don't want to run a race competing against other players at a disadvantage and open yourself up to wasting, you know, about $50 worth of units on energy refills. No, absolute fair play to you, man. Again, if you want to rank up champions that you like widely encourage you to ignore my rank up advice. Like, it's fine. But I think Vision he's not a bad rank 5 at all. Like, especially if he's incredibly relevant for certain Alliance warpaths as well. So there can be, you know, certain circumstances where alternative options may be a really good idea, or maybe just one that you really want to go for. And that's absolute fair play, mate. Seeing I pulled a 6-star Massacre yesterday. Dude, huge congratulations, man. That's a banger. Not as much as you, though. Loving him not as much as you, though. What an absolute charmer there, Sunkei. What are my thoughts on him? I really like Massacre, man. We have quite a bit of, like, old-school gameplay for Massacre on the channel. So if you check out, like, 5-star Massacre Act 5 gameplay, you can see me, once I just pulled the 5-star version, having a lot of fun with Massacre in Act 5. But yeah, I don't use him too much. I think he's very fun to play, but to like really get a lot out of the character, it's a little bit tricky in a lot of matchups, and does require you to play very, very aggressively. But I still think there's some very interesting stuff he can do. And I think in terms of the 6-star pull, man, even unawakened, he's an absolute banger of a champion. So yeah, I think it's a very, very decent pull there. Have I ever played Bethesda games, Skyrim, Fallout? I played a bit of Skyrim and a little bit of Fallout. I've never really got deep into those games. I probably played about 40 hours of Skyrim, which is, you know, nothing in comparison to some people that have played like 500 hours. But I enjoyed it, man. The dragons in Skyrim, like, were so ahead of their time. They were so sick, man. I just remember the first time fighting one of those dragons, I was like, this is beyond insane. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that Skyrim when it was first released. Is it a good idea to use Hulk and Captain Marvel for killing the free Ultron? I mean, they'd work all right, man. Like, certainly not the worst champions out there for all of the Ultrons, but there are better options. I'd have a look at the Ultron variant Chapter 3 completion guide. That might help you out a little bit there. Mate, I completed the lightweight with 440 champions, and I pulled a 5-star Hulkbuster with the shards. Well, congratulations on that one, Jack. My 6-star Bishop usually destroys Iceman, but for some reason, he's gimped against him in the Champions Challenge. Oh, that's a little bit peculiar. I haven't really played my Bishop against the Iceman in the Champions Challenge, if I'm honest. But I heard something about after the patch. Some people were saying on Reddit that apparently the damage was or feels buffed on the Iceman in the Champions Challenge. I'm not too sure if anybody's had that or if that's an issue. That's just a thread that I saw that was getting a bit of attention on Reddit. Hey Seatin, 5-star rank 5 question for endgame content: Venom, Star-Lord, or unduped Domino? I would say it depends on like what kind of endgame content you're going for, because there could be arguments for really any one of those characters. So yeah, I don't know. What are you trying to do next in Marvel Contest of Champions? And I can let you know which one I believe would probably be the best. Like kind of a couple of future goals. Just like let me know where you're at the moment. I assume you've completed Act 5 100%, so might be looking for a Labyrinth option. And there's arguments for like all of the characters for Labyrinth of Legends. I think Domino is probably the least stressful one for Labyrinth if you're going for an initial run, but Venom and Star-Lord could also work. They could all work for Labyrinth. But then N8P, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Certainly do appreciate it. So, I finished LOL, the first run with your guide. Do I have a guide for the rest of Labyrinth? Unfortunately, I don't at the moment. I really want to do an updated one at some point. I also really want to update my my standard guide as well, because that one is a little bit outdated now. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get around to that in the near future, my friend. But congratulations on your first LOL run, bro. I'm so pleased with a free-to-play run as well. That went so well the other day. And if you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, we did Labyrinth of Legends live on the free-to-play account and got it all down in 2 hours and 35 minutes of combat. So I was really, really happy with that. We had 27 deaths, so I think that's the equivalent to, what is it, 1,080 units worth of revives. But we already had quite a few in the stash, so we only ended up spending about 500 units. So it's sick, man. A really, really good time on the free-to-play account. But we were running with max boost as well from that 750 unit bundle. So we had like 50% increased stats. But boy, oh boy, did it put in work for that run, man. It was a really, really good time. Should I rank 5 my 4-star Sabretooth, Magic, Dupe Ghost Rider, or Duped Captain Findy War? Oh, cheesy swimmer. There's a lot of very, very good characters there. Depending on what you're trying to do next, and depending on who you enjoy playing the most, like, all of them could be really, really great options. So yeah, there are arguments for each and every single one of those characters, man. They're all very, very good. So yeah, think about what you're trying to do next, and which one you enjoy playing the most, and which one you believe is going to be the most useful for your progression. Yo, Grey Fox just got a 6-star Loki. I know you feel my pain. Well, you know, there's a very small silver lining now that, you know, Loki is going to be really good for all of the champions in the future. Like, the champ, as in, like, not all the champions in the future, but just the champion whenever he's the final boss or a boss. Like, he's really, really good for that matchup. So that's a very small silver lining, man. But maybe there are going to be some fights in, like, Act 6 where Loki is very, very useful for. Because whenever you can steal very, very overpowered buffs, like Loki, you know, he tends to glisten a little bit, tends to shine a little bit. So he might have some uses in the future, my friend. But fingers crossed. What's that? After seeing Cal's 6-star featured opening yesterday, I get the feeling that those crystals might be rigged. Like, I don't know. I still, I think this week has definitely been a big discussion for, like, you know, are the crystals rigged or not? And I still kind of have this belief that the amount of time that I've played Marvel Contest of Champions and the amount of accounts I've seen, like I've literally seen thousands of accounts where people have spent absolutely nothing, and such a huge variance in the luck. And I've also seen such a, you know, thousands of different accounts where people have spent just a varying amount of money, some where people have spent, you know, practically no money and have like the most insane roster. And accounts where people have dropped thousands and have, like, really, really naff rosters. Like, rosters even worse than my free-to-play ones, just because they haven't been playing efficiently. So, yeah, I still kind of have the theory that random is random, but I think there are, like, a few certain things in place. Like, if you're inactive for a very, very long period of time, and then, like, a year, and then buy, like, a crystal, a featured one, I think there's some sort of, like, boosted odds on getting, like, a 4-star or 5-star prize. But that's only if you're inactive for a very, very long time. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that's so hard to prove, whether it's true or not. But again, I've just seen such a huge variance of luck that I don't really believe that there's any kind of one set crystal rigging theory out there. But I'd be interested if anybody ever actually wanted to do the research and put in the time. But I'm sure they come to a bit of a similar conclusion than I have. But it's just also incredibly random, man. Totally waited forever to pull a 5-star Killmonger. Pulled him last week, then pulled a 6-star yesterday. I mean, you're doing alright there, Rags. Congrats on that, mate. Oh, thank you very much, Shabab. Certainly appreciate it, mate. What a charmer. 3 peeps in Austin on the stream. Yo, what's up to everybody in America? Hope you're all doing well today. And shout out to all my boys in England and Europe, which as of next March are going to be 2 different things, apparently. I don't know, man. We still have no idea what's really going on. Oh, thank you very much, Lennox. Dude, certainly appreciate it, man. I will have a quick look on the old PayPal for you. Thank you for sending across a few coins, my friend. Let me just quickly beat down this Captain America, and then I'll quickly get out my emails and check. 5-star Venom Pool is good or not? Not really, my friend. He's alright. He got a very small amount of damage. Very, very small heal on the special one, and a very, very short duration heal block. But yeah, there are just a lot of characters that are substantially more effective than Venom Pool, I would say. What is that? I always like to use the, whenever somebody back in the day used to say Venom Pool was a good character, I always like to use the argument of, like, Archangel is... Oh, pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that. Archangel is like 10 times what Venom Pool is in terms of what he can do. Right, Lennox, absolutely mad love, man, for the $14 PayPal super chat there. So Lennox says, "Hey, Seatin, I was wondering if a team of maxed out 4-stars would be able to clear the hard mode of the Champion Clash Challenge. I plan on bringing in Starkanaut, Spider-Man, Captain Infinity War, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Archangel. I plan on using Boost as well. Here's to moving out of the parents' garden. Cheers, mate." I think it's definitely within the realm of possibility. I think with that team, probably your biggest pain in the ass is going to be dealing with the Iceman. So make sure you have a big stash of potions. Maybe farm the Realm Legends bosses a few times there. But it's entirely possible. And I'd also make sure to make use of like a 30% boost or a 20% boost when you're going through some of the harder paths, because at least on my free-to-play account that was really, really helpful. But yeah, it's entirely possible. You just need to make sure, you're confident at evading the specials and dealing with all the different characters, and that you've had a sufficient amount of practice in the previous chapter. But yeah, it is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. You probably are going to have to spend units, but it's totally possible to do, man. On my free-to-play account, we spent, and there was some really crappy gameplay at many, many intervals. We spent 11 single revives and 1 team one. But yeah, just be prepared that those Icemen are probably going to be your biggest burden there. But I think for the Iceman, I don't know who I'd use out of your team. Maybe the Scarlet Witch. Maybe the Scarlet Witch is going to be the best option for the Icemen. But maybe the Captain America Infinity War as well, depending on how much you you need to block. But the Scarlet Witch, if you can get lucky, get some good regeneration, it might turn out alright. But Scarlet Witch is quite nice, because a lot of the damage comes from Scarlet Witch's special attacks anyway. So in a challenge that boosts up special attack damage, can really start to shine there. Oh no! Right, Tristan, dude, best of luck, man. I hope it all gets sorted out. Right, there we go, lads. Struggling with the last path for Aegon. Rerun this path 5 times already. Oh my goodness. Was planning to rank for my 5-star Iceman, but should I 550 my Archangel instead? I think you should definitely 550 your Archangel, man. Like, Archangel is a great character to have fully maxed out and very, very useful. Again, I've said this before about Archangel, but I think he does, like, the majority of stuff you need him to do in the game as a maxed out 4-star character. So if there's ever like one 4-star character I recommend people max out, it's Archangel, because even on my main account, man, with these like rank 565 champions, I still use Archangel for a lot of stuff when it comes month to month. So yeah, I'd do it, man. I'd definitely max out your Archangel. I don't think you're going to have any regrets, and especially when it comes to Aegon Slayer, man, he's an absolute tank for that. So it's a pretty good option in my opinion. Yo, what is up, Xenaeus? Dude, thank you very much for the, what is it, $20 Canadian super chat there. Angela is the most fun character to play. I brought my 4-star 550. She is so much fun, which she got a Mino buff to make her a bit more useful. Also, you should go to Italy and Rome around to pasta the time. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. I definitely appreciate it. I really like Angela, man. I think she's very fun to play. She's got some good damage. And I think getting a 6-star Angela is definitely one of the better champions when it comes out of the 6-star basic pool, man. So I wish you all of the best in the future. Right, let me just quickly do the conversion, man, and figure out if CA20 surpasses 17 American US dollars. I think it's going to be incredibly close in terms of that. So let's see it. USD, where is the converter? Oh, 15, my friend. Thank you very much, though, man. That's still a huge, huge chunk of change. Certainly do appreciate it. Absolute mad love to you, man. So just be real okay. You're going to pull a 6-star Hulkbuster. Well, he's not in the crystal for another few months, man. So we've still got, you know, a little bit of leeway on that one. But it's probably going to happen on one of the accounts. Hopefully not the main one, though. I don't really want it to happen on the free-to-play account. But you might get a big buff next year with the new Avengers movie. So who knows, man. Seeing if Scarlet Witch is released as a 5-star, will she get a bump in my tier list? Depends how the signature ability scales on the 5-star. Like, the regen would be pretty OP on a maxed out 5-star, I would assume. Like, at that kind of power level. I don't know, maybe. The thing about Scarlet Witch is just, she's a roulette wheel champion. She'd maybe get moved up to God tier at the max if, like, the 5-star one was much better. But I think high demigod tier is probably the most appropriate comparative ranking. Just because that's one of the annoying things on Scarlet Witch, because she's a roulette wheel champion. Some fights you're going to have like crazy damage, regeneration, power lock, like the majority of the time, stuns firing off left and right, and some other fights you're going to have nothing. So Scarlet Witch struggles to exist in the confines of a tier list, because depending on the RNG, you know, she could be like a beyond god tier champion, you're getting all the procs, you're having the absolute best time, or she could be, you know, fairly rubbish, man. She could not really be doing much if you're getting really bad RNG. So yeah, she's just one that's a little bit unreliable at certain points. And I think when it comes to kind of big endgame investments, a lot of people like that level of reliability, knowing that a champion is going to be able to, for sure, get a certain matchup down. So yeah, she'd certainly be fun to play. But, you know, Magic is definitely kind of the queen of mystics, in my opinion, still. Just on that power lock, man. Just so incredibly nice and reliable there. But I like a 5-star Kang or 5-star Thanos. If I could choose one, definitely the 5-star Thanos, man. It's significantly rarer. But the gifting crystals, which I imagine are going to be coming fairly soon, are going to contain a very small chance at a 5-star Thanos. So I'm very interested to see if we can pull Thanos, man, because we have not pulled Kang for the last couple of years. So maybe this is the year where Kabam is going to make it all up to us, and we can get our hands on that Thanos. Fingers crossed. What was that? I think if, yeah, I don't know. There's, Mephisto's an interesting one, for sure, Derek. I think a lot of the Mystic champions just have a lot more utility. There's a lot more useful throughout the majority of the game. But, I don't know. Mephisto's alright, man. He's alright, but I don't think he's doing anything, like, too game-changing in the majority of matchups. But still, he is a very, very valuable champion to have, especially if you're bringing all the synergies in involved. But he also does need a lot of those synergies to kind of really beef the character up. Who's best, Venom or Carnage? I think overall, Venom is the better and more useful character to have, but Carnage has more damage output potential in really, really big and long fights. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, because Venom has a lot more utility, like he's got Armor Break, ability to nullify on Special 1, Regeneration, True Strike, and some cool stuff he can do, man. Like, I think Venom's just a little bit more of a well-rounded champion, whereas Carnage is just, you know, Carnage. It's like all about massive damage with that lad. Oh, that was a pretty good one, man. Yo, what is up, Katie Caddy? Hope you're doing well. Mephisto's alright, man. I'm not trying to say that he's the worst champion in the game by any stretch, man. He's still definitely like top 25% or so, but just not quite up there with some of the other Mystic options, I reckon. Right, might as well use the top of the roster. We're not going to be grinding this arena too much. Does Endless Streak in Arena still exist? Yeah, the Infinite Streak does, man. Just got to have champions over above like certain power levels. But I haven't done an Infinite Streak guide in ages now. I think the MCOC info bots and concierges offline have some just very quick infographics to give you all the Infinite Streak stuff. If you have either of those downloaded. What's that? 17k units, bro. It's all from Cyber Monday, man. We went hard on Cyber Monday. Both Unawakened, a 4-star Archangel to 550, or a 5-star Iceman to rank 4. I think there's good arguments for both of the characters. I try and get the Archangel Awakened and up to 550 first, because there's just a lot of stuff, man, where he's really, really good for. So yeah, I don't know, man. Archangel is just one of those slightly game-changing champions, especially if you are looking to progress through Act 5 and just make sure that like it's very easy to do uncollected 100% like the majority of months. Because there are just so many fights and encounters, like looking back on the last year where Archangel has been MVP for. I don't think Archangel for the month ahead is going to be super good against Darkhawk. He might be actually quite good against Darkhawk, but he's going to suck against Night Thrasher, I would assume. Because Night Thrasher removes all of his debuffs whenever he's knocked down. So that's probably not going to be the best. Yo, what is up, Swashbuckler, man? Thank you very much for the 400 rupee super chat. I spent 4,250 hard-earned units on 5-star Corvus, Captain America Infinity War, Nebula Grandmaster Crystal Bundles, 3-star Corvus. Oh my goodness, man, that is absolutely gutting. But you got to follow the golden rule, man, which is never buy those featured crystals. If you've learned one thing from this channel, man, it should be that those featured crystals are absolute wank. So do not buy them, man. But I'm sure you've been refreshed in that lesson. But just let the tale of Swashbuckler be a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that featured crystals suck so badly. Right, so what's the rupee to US dollar conversion calculator? So that is what is it, a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Certainly appreciate all the support, Swashbuckler. Absolutely mad love to you. Yo, what is up, Shane? Dude, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Shane. Dude, hope you're doing well, mate. Question for you, sir. 6-star unduped Captain America Infinity War to rank 2, or an above God tier to rank 5. I only have Starknight, Spider-Man, and Blade at rank 5 now. It really depends on the, like, 5-star champion. I think, like, especially Captain America Infinity War, because of the adrenaline mechanic, like, when you're taking block damage, being able to recover an additional 30% of that is, like, really, really good for the 6-star. So, yeah, I don't know, man. If you had him awakened, definitely rank 2 him, but I'd say even unawakened, there's, like, a really good case for taking him up to rank 2. So yeah, I would be very, very tempted in your scenario. In my free-to-play account, man, I wouldn't skip a beat on it. I'd take him up to rank 2 immediately. So yeah, have a think about whether or not, you know, you actually need him at rank 2 for anything, whether he's going to be useful for stuff, and going to help out stuff like your Alliance War, your variant progression, maybe your Act 6 in the future. But I think Captain America Infinity War has a lot of value, man. Really, really useful champion. So I'd be very tempted to. Yo, what is up? Orazio Mascali, if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much for the super chat, sir. Mad love to you from, to you in Albania. Hope you're doing well today, man, and thank you very much for the support. Should I rank 5 Starknight, Spider-Man, or Medusa? Done everything apart from Labyrinth, and I am in a Gold 2 Alliance. I think Starknot Spider-Man is the slightly better rank 5 option, but Medusa's not bad as well at all. Like, she's really, really good. I don't think with either of those characters you're going to regret your rank 5 option, but if I had to pick one, it would be Starknot Spider-Man, because he's insane, man. He's absolutely ridiculous at rank 2. So if you're very good at playing Starknot Spider-Man, I would go for the Stark rank 5, but then take the Medusa up as well in a few months. Hi, yo, what is up, Vidit? Hope you're doing well. I'm not too bad today. Thoughts on the Crystal Opening Whale, 6-star Crystal Opening? It was tragic for the Crystal Opening Whale, but I think it was definitely the opening that the majority of the community did want to see. So yeah, I don't know. It was a big loss for Crystal Opening Whale, but it was a good kind of reminder that, you know, it's kind of always a little bit nice when you're just reminded that no matter how much you spend in the game, that you can be completely fucked over. So, I don't know, man. I feel sorry for Cal, because he definitely got absolutely destroyed during that crystal opening. But I think it made for a tremendously good live stream, which is going to give him a lot of views and a lot of channel growth. So there's always a silver lining on that one. And I must admit, I did get quite a bit of satisfaction out of watching Crystal Opening Whale just get absolutely wrecked, as I'm sure the majority of people did, even if they don't want to admit it for their guilty pleasure. It's just always, it's fun for viewers to see like anybody get completely shafted. Like, I know when I get completely shafted nowadays, I just kind of have fun with it, just because you know, it is what it is, man. Marvel Contest of Champions, sometimes you're going to have really great crystal opening streaks, sometimes you're going to have absolutely shit ones. So, it is what it is. Who would I consider the best tech champion right now? Starknot, Spider-Man, or Ghost? I would say it depends on the matchup, really. I think Starknot Spider-Man's much easier to play. But Ghost definitely, yeah, and you know, doesn't rely on like the full quantum synergy for to be much more viable in a lot of matchups. And I don't know, man. There's arguments for both. There's arguments for both depending on the matchup and exactly what you're trying to do. But Ghost has beyond ridiculous potential. Like, Ghost is so insane. If you've watched a lot of Panaman Pete's gameplay, and I have, man, I love his Ghost videos. He plays Ghost so incredibly well. But there's an incredibly high skill cap to playing Ghost well. So it's one of those things. But I think both are really great characters. I think they have their place in the end game, and I really do like the design of Ghost. She's definitely been one of my favorite characters this year. What's that? Hey, I heard you mentioned the Frimley Green Fair over the summer. Puts you pretty close to me on the map in Bagshot. Oh, dude, my best friend Ryan lives in Bagshot. I actually frequent Bagshot quite often. Go to, what is it, the Hungry Horse occasionally for drinks. So yeah, it's just around the corner, my friend. What's up? Hope you're doing well and enjoying that Bagshot life. Right. There we go. Mate, I love playing Arena with Suicide Masteries on. It's so much fun. Oh, I know, Fruits. But at the same time, like, you know, Crystal Opening Whale's roster is, like, beyond ridiculous anyway. You look at it, you look at how snacked it is at the moment. And even if he did get the 6-star Aegon, like, he'd need so many dupe levels on that 6-star Aegon to kind of rival the 5-star version. And the ability to carry over combo. So, you know, there's also that to keep in mind as well, that the 5-star one at dupe 200 is probably going to be more effective for the majority of, like, Act 6 content than the 6-star one, Awakened one, would be for quite some time, until at least they start, you know, milking out those 6-star signature stones. But obviously a 6-star Aegon is slightly better than a 6-star Magneto, or many dupe levels on the Hood and Guillotine. Should I rank 5 Blade or Aegon? There are good arguments for both characters, depending on what you want to do. If Labyrinth 100% is on your radar, and it's a 5-star version, then maybe you want to go for Aegon. But if you've got a lot of villains to slice through, then Blade, he still has a lot of really good uses, man. Last minute rush, trying the last chapter uncollected with a 3-star rank 1 Ronin and a 440 hurt. Very ambitious, my friend. All the best to you, Mattis. I'm sure you've got this, man. Lol, love the Hungry Horse. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of the Hungry Horse, man. It's a good time. Candy Mania, the best dessert in life. So yeah, occasionally I can be found in the Hungry Horse or just traversing Camberley. I mean, over Christmas, I'll probably be, you know, knocking about in Camberley, shit-faced. So if you do see me about, Mr. E, feel free to come and say hi, man. I certainly don't mind it. Any point. Right, should we get up to 160k? Actually, there's one thing I want to finish off very, very quickly. So how do I think this new uncollected will be compared to last month's? I'm kind of interested to see, Katie Candy. It could be a bit annoying. Like, I think Night Thrasher and Dark Hawk do present some difficulties, but I also think the Champion and Aegon with some very annoying opponents. I don't know if I just accidentally made a fart noise with my mouth there. Sorry about that, lads, if I did. Right, okay, let's go for the final quest here. Bring in Guillotine with Suicide Masteries. I just needed to finish this one off on normal, just to get the standard completion and the units, and also the points on Marvel Insider. So we'll see what's up there. But yeah, all depends on the nodes as well on these brand new champions. But we'll have to wait and see in 2 hours and... sorry, not 2 hours, 1 hour and 42 minutes. That's it, man. So we're going to end the live stream fairly shortly. We're going to put a pretty sick video live after this, because I've been playing about with a Guillotine this morning, and we got a Realm of Legends Captain Marvel kill in 99 hits with a very, very OP special free. So that's coming after. If you want to see some of the 6-star Awakened Guillotine action... Yes, I will be streaming the new monthly event quest. I'm just going to schedule the live stream and do the thumbnail as soon as we finish this one. And then go have a little bit of a break, make a bit of food, just kind of get everything set up and prepared, because we are going to get on the grind. Going for a Legends run for this one. Oh, dude, best of luck. Yeah, hopefully the rank 5 Domino will get it done. Remember... Suicide Masteries boost, the latest iPhone, the fastest device, and wait like a few days. So you make sure you're very, very confident at fighting the brand new champions. You know, take the time to watch streams or practice on uncollected difficulty or an earlier one. I've played like on my on like friends and family members' Android devices, and the loading times in the past have been quite a bit slower. I think like a patch or two ago they got sped up a bit, but the iPhone X loading times, man, are just ridiculous. They're so incredibly quick. So yeah, just love it. Seatin, there's a thing going around stating that I look like Scooter from the Muppets. What do I think? I think I look like a bit of a Muppet, man, so yeah. I'll take it. There's also been that thing going around that I look vaguely like slightly less successful Ed Sheeran. Significantly more less successful Ed Sheeran for a very, very long time as well. So, you know, all sorts of fun stuff there, mate. Just complete Realm of Legends for my rank 4 Domino. Congratulations, man. I'm going to 100% uncollected first to get the feel. That makes perfect sense, man. Would I rank 2 Corvus or rank 5 Void of Domino? As in like a 6-star one? If it's a 6-star Corvus, man, definitely I'd take him up. Like, over everything else. Because 6-star Corvus is like ridiculous OP, man. Is Razer Phone 2 better than the iPhone? Not that I'm aware of at the moment. Just because I know, like most mobile games, optimize significantly more to run on the latest iPhone, because iPhone users spend by far the most in in-app purchases. So business-wise, it makes a lot of sense for gaming companies to like fully like cater to iPhones, because that's where everybody's spending the money at the moment. But if gaming phones really do take off and become a thing, which I'm still a little bit cynical of that they actually will, unless a lot changes in the mobile gaming market, then yeah, I think iPhone's probably going to be the best for quite some time. But then again, I haven't like looked into it in a huge amount of detail. I've just heard from a few people that the performance isn't better on those phones at the moment. When it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, which at the moment is really the only game performance that I care about. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the live stream here. Thank you so much for a really, really good, like, hour and a bit of kind of smashing it out, having a little bit of banter, having a little bit of chat. We are going to be back in an hour and a half for the brand new monthly event quest. And for now, we are going to put a brand new video live, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an exclusive here. So, you know, if you want to be one of those cool kids that goes over to the video and types in the comments, first Seatin, please pay me attention, Dad. You can do that right now. So the video is live. Let me just chuck it in chat. So the brand new video is a 120,000 special free from Guillotine in Realm of Legends. Wow, we all love Realm of Legends gameplay. There's not enough of it on the YouTube. That's what I always say. So yeah, if you want to check out that brand new video, man, it's pretty cool actually. Like some of the best Guillotine gameplay that I think I've ever seen on YouTube. So, you know, if you want to check it out, man, maybe it might give you a bit of a silver lining if you are one of the lucky few to pull a 6-star version of Guillotine. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and we'll see you in about an hour and a half for the brand new monthly event quest.